All right, so we're playing the Sugar Bowl today at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. What side should you be on? Let's talk about it. Sugar, sugar now. What's cracking, Jack? Welcome to the jungle. It's Thursday, January 2nd. Here we go, heading in to 2025. Holiday's over, and it's all business, baby. Now, yesterday on New Year's Day, we went 1-1. Our members only play that I talked about was Ohio State, minus 2.5. We hit that. We lost on our under 51.5 with the Texas-Arizona State game. That overtime killed us. But them's the breaks. That's how it goes, man. It all comes out in the wash, the good beats and the bad ones. Let's talk about this game. One more day of preparation. One more day hanging out in New Orleans for Georgia and Notre Dame. So what's interesting here to me is the look-ahead line was 5.5 with Carson back. Without Carson back, it dropped down to 1.5, and now Notre Dame is favored by 1. So the bookmakers think that no Carson back makes a big difference, and so do I. ESPN can do all the fluff pieces they want on Gunnar Stockton and how great he is, and I'm sure he's a nice kid, and he could be very good. The fact remains he's only thrown 32 passes this year in college football. If he was that good, if it was all that and a bag of chips, he wouldn't be backing up Carson back. And he's going against an elite defense, top 10 scoring defense, and one of the best secondaries in the country. Now, when they played Texas, they rallied around him for one half of football. And, you know, he did what he had to do. He was just fine. But I think that was an outlier performance. Again, with Texas not preparing for him with just a half of football, his guys really rallied around him. Now, Kirby Smart, they say, and Georgia fans tell me, and, you know, so does history, that with a lot of time to prepare, Kirby Smart does very well against other teams. But Notre Dame also has 2 weeks to prepare for Gunnar Stockton and this Georgia team. And Kirby Smart can prepare all he wants, but that preparation doesn't involve getting new players. This isn't the same Georgia team that we're used to. Last year, they averaged about 7.5 yards a pass. This year, they're down to 5 or 6 yards a pass. The offense isn't as explosive as it was. We're used to that defense being dominant. Now, compared to Ohio State, who gives up 11 points a game, Texas gave up 13.5 points a game in the regular season. Georgia gives up over 20. So this is not the same Georgia team. Notre Dame, on the other hand, playing very well. And after that first loss, kudos to them. After losing to Northern Illinois, man, after they beat Texas A&M, they got it right. They got their stuff together. The bookmakers are thinking that this is the better team right now, and so do I. An elite defense against a quarterback that probably shouldn't be in there, and one of the best run games in the country. Notre Dame averages 6.4 yards per carry, 7 yards per carry in their last 5 games against a Georgia defense that in a regular season finale against Georgia Tech allowed 260 rushing yards, and as a 42-point favorite against UMass, allowed 220 rushing yards. I'm on the Irish here. Here's my picket slip. In full transparency, of course, when I took this, it was 5 days ago. I got the plus 1.5 with the Irish for a good price. I expect a close game. If you can't get the plus 1.5 for a good price, I take them on the money line. That's my only bet in this game. If you're looking for an over-under here, I would be on the under 45.5, 5 of 7. 5 of Georgia's last 7 games against top 10 scoring defenses have gone to the under, and that's with Carson back. I expect this one to be a good, hard-fought defensive battle, and if Notre Dame gets up, which I think they will, I think they'll pound the rock and control the clock. So I'm on Notre Dame, my official pick, plus 1.5. If you're looking for an over-under, I would recommend the under 45.5. Enjoy the game, everybody, and I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.